Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I've been getting many requests from viewers to do a quilt as you go project. I will show you a very simple method for making this quilt. Now this is a baby size, but you can make it larger, make it any size that you like. So let's get started. To make it easier and quicker and get better accuracy when you are cutting out your fabric, I recommend you use a rotary cutting mat, a rotary cutting ruler that is at least 24 inches long, and a 45mm rotary cutter. Here's how I recommend you lay your fabric out and use your rotary cutting mat underneath your fabric. When you purchase your fabric, it is folded in half. Here's the fold line with your selvage edges together. So make sure you have it folded in that manner. Using your rotary cutter and ruler, line up your ruler on one of the lines on your cutting mat. Cut this edge straight. Then move your ruler over 8 inches and cut. And remember, you're not moving your fabric, only the ruler, and continue cutting until you have 4 8-inch wide strips. Then after that, take at least 2 of your strips at a time, stack them, cut the selvage edges off, move the ruler over 8 inches 2 times, and do your cuts. Then stack the other 2 and repeat the process. For fabric B, which is your larger squares, lay your fabric out just like you did the previous fabric, and then move your ruler over 10 inches and do your cuts. And you'll be cutting out 4 strips from each of these. Then stack 2 of your strips and cut the selvage edges off and move over 10 inches twice and do your cuts. Then stack the remaining 2 strips and repeat the process. Place your 10-inch square with the pretty side, which is also called the right side or front side. Place it against your table. So now you're looking at the back of the fabric. Then take your cotton batting and then your fabric for the top, all on top of that square, and center it to where you have 1 inch of fabric sticking out on all 4 sides. Then do some quilting stitches, and I recommend that you place a few pins to hold your layers of fabric together while you stitch. And I went over about 2.5 inches and did a line, over another 2.5 inches and do a line, or anywhere in the center section. Then go across this way and do 2 lines going across this way. Now you can use just a straight stitch if you like, and I recommend you increase the length of your straight stitch to 3.0. And then also you can use a serpentine stitch, which is a wavy line, and most computerized sewing machines have the serpentine stitch. Always test your stitches out on your fabric to make sure they look correct. You're going to stitch 4 squares together in each row. So take your first 2, line it up along the edge here, and I recommend that you place some pins to hold it together all along this edge, and then stitch a 1-inch seam all along here. And that 1-inch seam does not include this. You're only stitching your 10-inch squares together. This is the throat plate off of my sewing machine. And most of these lines that on a lot of machines are just in centimeters. So in order to find a 1-inch line, lower your sewing machine needle down through the hole on your throat plate. Place the 1-inch mark right there where that needle is, and then go over to see where that lands. Then take a piece of tape and lay it down there. When you're stitching, keep the edge of your fabric right up against the tape, and then it will keep you even so that your seams are correct. After you have your first row stitched, Then go ahead and stitch your remaining rows together. Remember, there's only 4 in each row. Then after that, the next step will be done at your ironing board. You're going to press your seams in the following manner. So take one side of your seam and fold it over and press. Then fold it again over the top of your fabric A and press all the way across. You're going to leave this side alone, go to your next seam and fold it over and press. Then fold it over again over the top of your A fabric and press all the way across. And then go to your last seam and do the same thing. Fold it over and press. And then fold it over one more time and press. Then go to your sewing machine and stitch starting from this edge over here. Can you see it? Here we go. From this edge over here, stitch real close to the folded edge right over the top of all of your fabrics. After stitching one side, then now you're going to go back to the ironing board and fold and press the last side of each of the seams. So fold it over and then fold it over one more time and press all the way across. And do that at all of the seams. Then at your sewing machine, starting from out over here, stitch close to that folded edge all the way down to the other side. When you're done, this is what each of your seams should look like on the front side. After you have completed row 1, then continue finishing your seams off on rows 2, 3, and 4. Now begin stitching the rows together. So you're going to bring your fabric A's together and then match up your seams, all of your seams first, and place pins to hold, then continue pinning across. Then do your 1-inch seam just like you did stitching the squares together and stitch all of your rows together. After you've got all 4 rows stitched together, then go back to your ironing board and fold and press your seams just as you did before. So take one side of the seam, fold it towards the edge of your top fabric, and then press it all the way across. Then fold it one more time over the top of your fabric A and press it all the way across. And continue doing all of your rows. Once you've got them all pressed, then stitch close to that folded edge all the way across. Remember, you're starting way out here and you go all the way to the end. Now fold and press your outer edges. So fold it over just like you did before and press all the way down. Then fold it over again and press all the way down. After you have pressed it all the way down, then stitch close to this edge all the way across. Then go to the opposite edge and repeat the same process. Now go to your last 2 edges and repeat the process. Fold and press, fold over the top of fabric A and press, and then stitch close to the edge all the way across, and then you're done. You can make this quilt any size that you want. So if you want it larger, just cut more squares. So decide just how large you want it. You can also cut the size of your squares different. Just make sure that your squares on the back are 2 inches larger than your squares on top. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something new. If you're interested in doing other beginner quilt projects, check below your YouTube screen for those video links. Also, to keep up with what projects I'm working on behind the scenes, make sure you follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, and happy sewing! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button. Don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Don't forget to click on the bell. I'm Cheryl, and this is a lot of mayonnaise. See you next time, and happy sewing!